Colorado native Bette Blinde's name has become synonymous with agricultural literacy in Colorado. An educator at heart, she has dedicated her career to outreach and education of youth in Colorado. Through countless hours and unyielding efforts, Bette has made an unparalleled impact on the Colorado agriculture industry. After being an active Boulder County 4-H member, Bette graduated from high school and pursued a degree in history and education at Colorado State University. She began her professional career as an educator in a one-room schoolhouse in northwest Nebraska. Teaching students ranging from kindergarten to 8th grade in this rural setting unearthed a passion for teaching and commitment to education. She learned the intricacies and realities of ranching as she helped her husband manage a cattle ranch. She also expanded her cooking abilities to keep the ranch hands happy and healthy. Bette took her teaching credentials to North Platte, Nebraska to teach in a junior high school. In 1982, she started a communications and marketing business in North Platte, Nebraska. Her client base was primarily agricultural businesses from western Nebraska. She also served as the director for the American Tarantace Association. In 1988, Bette returned to Colorado to serve as the sponsorship coordinator for the National Western Stock Show and Rodeo. One of those programs she started at the National Western was the volunteer program. It remains a vital force in the production of the annual event each year. In 1991, she found her way back into education by helping to create her ideal job as the executive director of the Colorado Foundation for Agriculture. Through this position, Bette coordinates and facilitates Colorado's Ag in the Classroom program and other literacy and outreach efforts. This position allowed her to combine her love for education with her ability to organize and fundraise within the agriculture community. Through countless hours and innovation, Bette has expanded the curriculum available to Colorado youth and implements the latest technology to fulfill educational needs. In 2002, Bette helped produce an interactive CD called Century of Seasons about Colorado's centennial farms and ranches. This was followed by A River's Journey, Water in the West, in partnership with multiple agencies including the United States Bureau of Reclamation, the Colorado State Historical Fund, and the Colorado Water Conservation Board. In addition, she has developed and published the Colorado Reader Series, the CFA Comics, Ag Posters, and Activity Books. She developed partnerships with organizations outside of agriculture to help tell Ag's story. One of these partnerships is with the Denver Post Educational Services and has been going strong for over 15 years. Today, she is leading efforts to develop iBooks and electronic courses on Colorado agriculture. The Colorado Reader has become a well-known publication in elementary classrooms as more than 150 issues have been produced and over 6 million Colorado readers have been distributed around the state. Researching, editing, writing, and publishing the Colorado Reader Series has greatly aided Bette on her mission to promote Colorado's food, fiber, and energy producers, all while providing valuable information to Coloradans. As a trained educator herself, Bette understands the need to involve teachers in the planning and implementing of the curriculum resources she develops. To ensure relevancy, Bette works to align the CFA materials with Colorado academic standards. She also developed, organizes, promotes, and hosts the Food, Fiber, and More Summer Agriculture Institute. It's a course designed for educators with little to no agricultural background. This course takes educators out of their comfort zone and shares with them the culture and value of agriculture. The course is offered to teachers throughout Colorado State University and boasts over 700 participants since its inception. She raises enough funds each year so that every educator is provided a scholarship to attend the institute. Many of these teachers develop lifelong friendships with farm and ranch families they met. Last summer, after years of planning, Bette and the Colorado Foundation for Agriculture partnered up with the Colorado Farm Bureau and the Colorado Beef Council and other organizations to host the National Agriculture in the Classroom Conference in Loveland with over 500 attendees. Through Bette's leadership, Colorado was showcased by amazing speakers, coupled with hands-on activities during that conference. As if the planning and hosting of that event was not enough, during the conference, Bette stayed true to her longtime commitment to her community as a volunteer firefighter for the Poudre Canyon Fire District. She was one of the 16 Poudre Canyon volunteers who fought the High Park wildfire throughout the first night and saved the small community of Poudre Park. Because of her fundraising efforts, raising over $1 million for fire equipment and firehouses, and her leadership as board president and as fire chief, the volunteers of the fire department had the personal protective equipment, training, fire equipment, engines, and new firehouses to give them a fighting chance to save their neighbors' homes. Even Bette's things to do for fun are based on education. For over 10 years, Bette has been a member of Poudre Wilderness Volunteers, an organization that hikes and rides with a purpose. The purpose is to be of assistance if needed and to educate visitors on how to leave no trace when visiting the wilderness or forest while they are in the Canyon Lakes Ranger District areas. Bette is also a member of the stock group that has ridden many of the wilderness and non-wilderness trails, helped clear those trails, pick up trash and remove fire rings, and has also put out too many abandoned campfires while riding Equine 1. Bette has been described among her colleagues as an extremely dedicated educator whose outreach efforts on behalf of all of Colorado's agriculture are unparalleled. It is with honor that we induct Miss Bette Blinde into the 2013 Colorado Agriculture Hall of Fame.